Okay, Daniel, man of the moment, I'd imagine at the moment, with these new products from Ash and Sound Machines,
Yes,
the
yes.
new Hydrasynths.
Yes.
I imagine you're a popular guy.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and we're here at Superbooth 2021, showing the Explorer and the Deluxe. So I'll do a quick little rundown here on the Explorer. This is our portable Hydrasynth. It has the exact same sound engine as the keyboard and the desktop. What's really special about this is you can run it on batteries. So that's a pretty handy feature. I don't necessarily recommend that move just
Live
there.
plugging, yeah, well, a man who likes to live on the edge.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And the other thing with the Explorer is that we make our own keybeds, and we have developed a 37-note ASM Polytouch polyphonic aftertouch keybed, semi-weighted keys, and it just feels really
nice, yeah.
really good, very responsive, and it's just fantastic. It's my personal favorite for
I mean,
sure.
aside from, we've still got the poly keys.
Yes.
Smaller display and less macros, and obviously no strip, but everything else exactly the same?
Yeah, exactly the same, yeah. And actually, bringing up the macros, you actually have 2 pages, although you can access 4 of them at the same time, but you have 2 pages, so it has 8 macros in total. So we've just like shrunken down some stuff here on the user interface, because, well, we had to if we wanted to keep it compact. Also, what's interesting with both of these keybeds now, not only are they both semi-weighted, but also they send note off velocity. And that's a pretty special feature as well. So, we can jump onto the Deluxe.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
Okay. All right.
So, same memory, same DSP, same program locations, just the physical form factor is the thing that's different.
Absolutely.
And what about, I think we've heard about the price. What's the back?
So, €599, $599, $599 Great British pounds.
Good work.
Yeah, absolutely,
impressive.
absolutely.
And it's 8 voice, isn't it? The original
8 voice,
yes.
yeah.
Okay.
And to be totally upfront, let's have a look at the backside as well. So you do not have any CV inputs in this. You have CV outputs though.
Okay.
So that's what's different from the desktop keyboard and the Deluxe. But you still have the sustain pedal input, and you have full-size MIDI ins and outs. And that is usually a blessing, because there are a lot of smaller things where you do not have that. So yes.
Now we can look at them.
Now we'll look at the Deluxe.
This is a lot of people I know. Well, people are presumably asking for both of these
Yes.
things.
Oh, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
this is like 2 Hydrasynths.
Yes.
Right?
So yeah, it's 2 Hydrasynth engines in one. You can combine the engines for a total of 16 voices. So you'll press the single button, and what we've done here is we've actually upped the amount of banks and patches available for the user as well. So now you have 8 banks of 128 patches, meaning you have 1,024 patches, I believe. Oh, someone freestyled there.
Yeah.
And then you can also take these 2 Hydrasynth engines and combine them in 2 very interesting ways. So one is the dual, which basically layers 2 patches on top of each other, or you have a key split. So with the key split, you have 2 different patches, and you just decide where they're going to split on the keyboard. You can even hold down this button here, press the key.
I can get that update, right.
Exactly.
Is it dynamically assigned, or it's 8 voices per layer?
It's 8 voices, yeah, right. exactly, yeah. And overall, this functions the exact same way as the smaller sibling, the keyboard, but of course with the multi here is where you access the two engines. So you have the lower and the upper. And as you can see, when I press lower here, it illuminates in blue, and this is all user configurable as well. But if you jump over here to the module select, you'll have the same background
really
color.
Have a visual cue with
yes,
layering,
and the same thing here. Here's a yellow thing going on. And if I really want to live on the edge while editing my sounds, I can press both at the same time, and I'll edit both at the same time. So yes, speaking of the key bed, 73 semi-weighted keys, ASM Polytouch, note off, as I told you.
Is this the same key bed but bigger as on the original, or has it been modified?
It is a little bit modified. Yeah, it is a little bit modified. And so both the Explorer and the Deluxe only features the note off function, for instance. The old keyboard does not do that, so yes.
So we've got to talk about the shelf. This has been causing quite a lot of interest.
This is probably the most asked.
Forget about the synth. What about the shelf?
This is the most asked for feature of them all. So when you get the Hydrasynth Deluxe at home, it'll look like this. And you'll probably wonder, oh, what are these little things for? And then you look in the box and you'll see this. And some will ask, oh, why? Well, we added 2 octaves, and we have some space here. And a lot of times you actually wish that it might be a little bit deeper, because you might want to put a drum machine here, you might want to put a Eurorack modular tabletop case,
or a laptop,
or laptop, your sandwich, whatever.
Not drinks though.
No, because that's a no-no on synths. Yeah. I guess someone will do that too, but.
So the 2 engines. Is there any more CV and gate, or is it just shared between the 2?
No. So the way it works is in multi-mode, the upper part will take priority, and that'll control the CV and gate inputs and outputs. So that's a thing to keep in mind, of course. And what's really cool is both the lower and the upper part, you can also set it to respond to different MIDI channels. So not only is it its own 2 separate entities if you wanted to.
By timbral as well, yeah.
By timbral, and really by timbral, because you have stereo outputs for both the lower and the upper. So when you plug something into the lower left and right, it'll take it out of the mix from the main output.
Right.
So that's very, very handy.
That's great. So, I mean, again, I guess this is, when are these shipping? I mean, where are we getting
to? Mid-November is our aim. And we hope to get them out as quick as we can.
And how much is this guy going to cost?
So this one is going to be $17.99 US. It's going to be 1749 euros, 1749 Great British pounds.
And has it, the thing that always struck me about the original Hydrasynth is the power supply is tiny. I mean, it's like this tiny little, hardly any power consumption. It's the same sort of, there we go. Tiny little power supply again. Low power. I suppose it's conceivable you could almost run it off a power bank if you had if you actually had the right converters.
Yeah, I mean,
recommend
I haven't tried it.
No,
but maybe someone will. And,
it's not quite the same portable proposition as this guy, is it? So.
But of course, with the Explorer, that will be none of a concern with an external battery.
Have you had like new patches made for this that are taking the advantage of the dual engine?
Exactly. So we are shipping the Deluxe with a very fresh sound set patches. So you have single patches, which have 8 banks of 128 each. But then you have also the multi. So I can just quickly explain how this works. So in multi-mode, you have 5 banks of 128 multi.
Right.
Every multi contains a lower and an upper part, which are separate from the singles.
Right.
So
Ah, so when you save a multi, you don't have to mess around saving the singles first and referring
Exactly.
to them.
So you're not running the risk of editing a sound in multi, saving it, and overwriting some of your favorite singles.
Good. I think that's an essential. Some people overlook that, Roland. But
Absolutely.
so maybe what I'll do is I'll come back and have a listen to some of the. Have you got any favourite patches in here that are?
I do have some favorite patches.
Any chance you could give us a little tinkle? I know people love to hear.
A little bit with my extremely bad keyboard playing, but we'll make some sounds. So usually what I like to do is I like to use the favorites feature, and right now you'll have 16 pages of 8 patches each, and there's some very, very nice pad sounds here, which I can just sit and play this all day and modulate the poly aftertouch into the early morning.
Lovely. Well, maybe what I'll do is I'll come back and do a patch browsing demo with another player.
Absolutely.
So Daniel, these are going to be shipping in mid-November, as you say. I mean, good job with that. I mean, as with many manufacturers at the moment, there's a lot of supply issues.
Yes,
Are you finding a way through all of that?
Yeah, but it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's kind of like there's a bigger engine at work here. So yeah, but we're doing our best, and we know that there's a lot of people waiting for these 2 products. So we can't wait to get them out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right.